Here's some advice. Better done than perfect. Boy, isn't that the truth? What's perfect anyway? Your perfect is different from my perfect, and it doesn't matter. Perfect just doesn't exist. So get out of your doubt and get into the movement. Get into your yoga. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. Bottom of the screen says, do what's right for your body. Always do what's right for your body. Every day you got different aches and pains. Your aches and pains are different from my aches and pains, and I have aches and pains. And I know you do too, but it's your body. Pay attention to it. You're doing your yoga from home. There's nobody to look to from left to right to see what they're doing, where you always feel that little bit of competition. You're doing your yoga from home. It's a really personal journey as you move through your breath and you just move. This is a 1 hour long practice. We practice every day live, start to finish. So it's just like being in a class, but you get the great benefit of being at home doing it your way. So start to finish, we do it different every day, different types of practices. Today might be the most difficult practice of the week, but you can do it. I know you can do it because you modify it. You modify it to make it work for you. Maybe instead of doing a downward facing dog, you go into a child's pose. Maybe instead of doing, your bicycle pose, you just do a gentle bridge pose. We'll go through it all together, and that's what this life's all about, taking it together. Doing what's right for you, always doing what's right for you, and never hurting yourself. Back out of a pose, give yourself permission. Biggest challenge today is don't criticize yourself. Let yourself be. Just don't judge your poses, don't judge yourself, and just have fun. Okay, so here's the deal. You're gonna need some props, the usual props we always have. 2 yoga blocks, not very expensive. Go out later today and buy them. They're not too bad. They're not too expensive. You can get them on Amazon too. A strap, yoga strap, if you wanna use that. I'll have some water handy. An eye shade and a towel are always super props to have. Okay, so as you practice today, we're gonna think of a word. Before you think of the word, I want you to lock in a stress number. Stress number in your head on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Where's your stress right now? Lock that number in. And here's the word to think about. It's exhale. So, what do? Breathe. You inhale, you exhale. Exhale, breathe it out. Let it go. Let it go. That's the big thing. Just let it go. That's what breathing out is. Your inhales are going to puff your chest up and make you nice and strong. And you also need those exhales where you soften up and let things go. All right, now let's go up to a standing position. Come on up. You got your stress number locked in. All right, here we go. You got your props, right? You got your props nearby. Okay, exhale it out, let it go. There, it's gone. Confidence stance. Let's take that. Now you can have a chair nearby. That's always great too, for balance, or your wall nearby. That's fine too. Feet a little wider than hip width distance apart, hands to your hips, shoulders back and down. Send your chest up toward the sky, and let's take that confidence stance. As you breathe here, start to come up onto the balls of your feet. Deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Let it go. That's what that exhale is all about, is letting it go. All right, so strengthen your feet, strengthen your ankles in your confidence pose here. So you're rising up onto the balls of your feet. Have that chair nearby if that feels more comfortable. And lift and lower. So come on up high onto the balls of the feet, then maybe come down onto your heels and lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. So back and forth, just kind of rocking back and forth, maybe even rock a little bit from side to side too, and just feel the strength in your feet. All right, let's settle in here. Lift your arms up high to the sky. I'm gonna bring my feet in a little bit more. That feels better for me. Lengthen up in your extended mountain pose. Fingers are reaching high to the sky. Spiral your pinkies in a little bit and drop your shoulders down. Little bend in the elbows might feel good. Lengthen up here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Interlace your fingers, gentle palm tree pose. Send your palms up to the sky and start to move sideways as you just stretch out the side of your body. No rush, no hurry, no worries. You're on your mat. You're taking your time. You're just feeling good. When you move, you just feel better in your head too. Breathe. Remember, it doesn't matter how slow you go or how deep you go into a pose. Just don't stop. Keep moving and do what feels right. Come on back up to the midline of your body. Lengthen up through your fingers. Let's let our arms float down. Push your hands onto your back. Send your belly forward. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine. Take a little back bend. Look up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale it out, let it go, and fold forward. Fold forward, put a bend in your knees, let your fingers come toward the earth, let your gaze go toward your knees, crown of your head toward the earth. Wiggle it out if you got a little hitch in your get along. Just kind of wiggle it out and move. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. Arms sweep up, come on back up to that extended mountain pose. Lengthen up here. Now let your arms float to a teed out position, palms face down. Now do your little arm circles. This is our little warm up. All right, big circles to the back of the room and add in the knees. Bend the knees. Maybe when the arms come down, the knees bend. Arms go up and the knees straighten. Just get some movement going in the knees. Don't you feel better already? Arms in the other direction. Sigh it out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let it go. All right, move those knees. Pretend you're skiing, right? Breathe. Let's come on up to standing. Arms down by your sides. Big coat swing. Maybe close the eyes to challenge your balance or not. Start to twist from side to side. Look over one shoulder, then the other. Breathe. Twist. Twist. It's kind of funny. We got the cameras kind of in different places trying to find the right solution in this new room. And I think Dwayne's head just popped by. That's all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. And you know, you can listen to my voice and just maybe close your eyes and focus inward. Hello to Liz, Betty, Tammy, Tyrone, Diane, Kelly, Rena, Tina, Tim, Scott, Stan, Marietta, I know you'll be here later too. I hope you're all doing well. All right, so you're slowing it down. Bring it back to the midline. Doesn't it just feel good in the arms to let them go? All right, come back to standing. Hands to prayer center. Sigh out the stress. Exhale the expectation. Just be happy that you're taking the time for you. Hands at prayer center, eyes closed. Take a deep breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Come up with that little mantra. Really, truly do it. Think of something positive. A positive statement about you. Nobody knows what you're thinking. That's a good thing. Think something positive. Think, I am strong. I am good. I got this. Today is the day. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. All right, let's fold forward and do ragdoll pose. Open your eyes. Fold forward, hands to opposite elbow creases, feet about hip width distance apart. Wiggle on down here. Let your gaze go back towards your belly button. Arms are long and hanging toward the earth. A little bend in your knees. I think it changes the feel of the pose, and it feels really good to have the knees bent. Maybe you prefer them straightened. You decide what you like. That's what it's all about. Now start to sway your elbows from side to side. Let your head be loose, chin is toward your chest, your gaze is back, kind of between your knees. Crown of your head hangs toward the earth. What's happening here? Your low back is loosening up. Don't you feel it? Just feel what you feel in your low back. Nice job. Time for child's pose. Come back to a neutral midline position. Release your fingers to the earth. Bend your knees and come on down to your child's pose. Use a block under your head or your chest if you like. It's up to you. Knees can be together, big toes touching. Send your hips back towards your heels. Here's where the magic in the spine starts to happen. Arms can be down by your sides with your palms face up, and your head can be on that block or the mat. Lengthen through the spine. Enjoy the bend in the knees, the stretch in the ankles, and lengthen through the arms, shoulders away from the ears. Extended child's pose is an option. You want to try that one? Spread your knees. Big toes touch, hips back to the heels, arms reach long to the top of the mat this time. Whew, stretch it out, let it feel good. Rest your head on the block or the mat. This is your child's pose. Come back to it anytime you like. This is a great pose in which to stay for a lot of the practice if you choose to.
All those good things are happening. Decompression of the spine, sending the tailbone back toward the bottom of your mat. Feels really, really good in the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ujjayi pranayama breath is a way you can breathe here. All that is closing your lips and breathing in and out of your nose. Do you like that? Try it on for size. Maybe you do some of the practice in Ujjayi pranayama breath. Maybe other parts of the practice, you find yourself sighing it out through your mouth. Just be aware of the possibilities. Try what feels good, but don't feel locked in. Don't feel locked in. Do what feels best for you. Big breath in. Big breath out. That's your child's pose. And let's do our first sun salutation. So let's bring our hands underneath our shoulders. Send your hips high to the sky by straightening your back legs. All right. Feet about hip width distance apart. Drive your heels toward the earth. Shake your neck, loosen up. Arms are shoulder width distance apart. Tailbone, feel it going high to the sky. Shake your neck, loosen it up. Your body looks like an inverted V. Pedal it out a little bit by bringing one heel closer to the earth than the other. Let's still your heels and walk your feet to your hands, or walk your hands to your feet. Roll on up through the vertebra, one stacking on top of the other. Come on up to a standing position. Extended mountain, arms lift and lengthen. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. And a shoulder softening breath out. As you do that, let's bring our hands to prayer center. Hi, Lynn. I'm glad you're here. Fold forward, fingers toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, your knees, whatever it takes to create a flat back. Press into your legs, lengthen through the crown of your head and your tailbone. This is your halfway lift position. You feel as if your back is nice and flat. You can put a cup of coffee on it and balance. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now fold forward. Walk your hands forward. Let's do our first Chaturanga Dandasana. All right, so we do planks every day. That's where this position starts. Hinge forward, come into a high plank. If you'd like to, drop to your knees. Nobody's judging you. Don't sweat it. From your high plank, you take it to a low plank. Bend your elbows, hug them in close to your chest. Then straighten your arms, bringing the tops of your feet onto your mat, lengthening up for an upward facing dog. Now you could come down to your knees, no big deal. Chest is forward, that's your up dog. Let's take it to a down dog. Remember that? Draw your toes towards your shins, hips go high, breathe, you're back to your downward facing dog. And give it a pedal, always nice to do that. Let's run through this again. Feet walk to the hands, or hands walk to the feet. Sweep your arms up to the sides of the room, come on up to a standing position. Lengthen up, breathe, there's your extended mountain. Exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, remember that tabletop back. Breathe. Exhale, hands come down, walk them forward, do your Chaturanga Dandasana. Maybe it's high plank to low plank. Press the earth away, upward facing dog, you're on the tops of your feet. Remember, you can stay down on your knees. Down dog. Tuck your feet, lift your hips, and pedal. Still your feet. Walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Lengthen up in your extended mountain. Exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward, let all the air go. Inhale, halfway lift, your back is flat, and find length in your spine. Exhale, plant your hands down. Take your Chaturanga Dandasana your way. No problem taking it on the knees and hinging forward. High plank to low plank. Bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Maybe you stay on the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your hips, send them high, and breathe. Pedal it out. Walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. Sweep your arms up, extended mountain. Lengthen up, maybe come on up to the tops of your feet. There you go. Come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, reach through your arms, hold on here. You could have a chair nearby for balance. You could be actually seated in a chair and do this same pose. Make it work for you. I'm going to lengthen through my arms and sink a little lower in my bottom. Lengthen as you inhale. Exhale, settle in. Hold here. What a great workout for your quadriceps. Inhale, lengthen. This time, hands to prayer center. Straighten the legs. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Been here before. Exhale, hands come down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Remember this one? Starts with a high plank, maybe on your knees. Low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. You're on the tops of your feet. Knees up or down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go high, pedal it out. When you're ready, kick your right leg high up to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. So that means bringing the right foot between your two front hands. Knee over ankle. Rise on up and plant your back foot, your left foot. Plant the foot down. Right toes shine forward, knee over ankle. Here we go. Tee out your arms. Shoulders are over your hips. Arms are teed out. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Now, check out your feet. Right toes are to the short side of your mat, knee over ankle for alignment. So you want to work your right thigh more parallel to the earth. Left foot is planted, left leg is long. Arms tee out. Imagine squeezing that mat with your inner thighs. Just engage them for a moment. Try to squeeze tighter. Oh my gosh, you really feel it in the thighs. Arms teed out. Look to the right. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reach to the right. Don't neglect that part. Reach really far to the right and then tick-tock your arms like the arms of a clock. Press your inner right thigh open, keeping the knee over the ankle. Left arm reaches up to the sky and look up to the sky. Find length and distance between the fingers as you stretch out that whole left side here. Lengthen up. When you're ready, reverse warrior. So as you inhale, rise on up. Right arm high, left arm low, look up. Right arm goes high, up to the sky. Left arm comes down, your back thigh. Maybe you take it even farther as you reach the right arm to the back of the room. Your call. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Right foot goes back to meet the left. And you can do your variation here. Maybe you decide just to go right back to a down dog. The full chaturanga is high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here, pedal for a moment. You got another side to do. So same thing, but with the left leg. So when you're ready, left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Rise on up, feet are planted, arms tee out. Try to wiggle those left toes more forward. Bend that left knee a little bit more. Arms tee out, squeeze the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, turn and look left. When you're ready, lengthen up. Exhale, reach far to the left, looking left. Then comes the tick-tock of the arms. Left arm pushes the inner left thigh open. Right arm, high to the sky. Maybe reach far forward. When you're ready, reverse warrior. Right arm down, left arm high, look up. Maybe you reach more to the back of the room. How does that feel? Keep your low body pretty solid, like it's in cement. Don't move that knee a whole lot. Try to stay strong and solid from the waist down. When you're ready, cartwheel the arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Take it your way. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Hips high and pedal. Breathe. Feet walk to meet the hands, or hands walk to meet the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Reach through your fingertips. Breathe. Exhale, bend your knees and settle into chair pose. Inhale, lengthen through the arms, which are reaching like to the top corner of your room. Exhale, sink lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink lower. Maybe you're literally on a chair. Totally good. Reach one more time. This time, exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward and move your hands forward as you do your Chaturanga Dandasana. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe. Right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge, foot between the two front hands. Rise on up, plant the back foot, wiggle the toes to the top corner, to the top of your mat, knee over ankle. Take a moment, get it aligned. Stay here, squeeze the mat with your strong thighs. Arms tee out, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, settle in, strong warrior. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, turn your head to the right, reach, reach, reach to the right. Then tick-tock 6 and 12, press your arms open, breathe. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm down, or left arm down, right arm up. Reach. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands come down, right foot goes back to meet the left. High plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Shake your neck. Don't be tense here. Left leg kicks high. Sweep it through, low lunge. Plant the back foot, rise on up to your warrior two position. Wiggle the left toes forward, settle on in, settle on down. Squeeze the mat, good and tight. Arms tee out, lengthen up. Exhale, settle in. Look to the left, reach to the left. Tick-tock 6 and 12, look up. Reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up this time. Look up, exhale. Cartwheel the arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot goes back to meet the right. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog. Down dog, press the earth away. Think of sliding the mat forward. Pedal your heels, breathe. Let's take a plank. Oh no, a plank. A bear plank, yes. Hinge forward, weight into the arms. Knees, little bent, and the knees are hovering above the earth, just an inch or so. Press into the earth, hold it here, strong core, you got it. Come down to your knees. All right, take a little break. We're in good shape time-wise. How are you doing? However you're doing it well, as long as you don't stop. Those were your sun A's, sun salutation A, and sun salutation B. Let's take a drink and get back to it. All right, remember, modify, modify, modify. Let's do some core stuff. All right, you're familiar with these. Lots of ways you can take it. Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Soles of the feet touch, knees open wide. Heels, play with them for a second. Maybe they're far away from your groin, or maybe you bring them up a little bit closer to the groin. Whatever, just see what works. All right, now I say this a lot. Hands to purse center, lengthen up through the crown of your head, and now take it slowly back. Take it slowly because you are large and in charge. You are in control here. Take it back slowly. Try to avoid the clunk, the quick movement. Once you get to a certain point, the core just kind of like, I'm done. No, try to hold on as long as you can, as best as you can, and bring it all the way down. There we go. All right, soles of the feet still touching. Fingers lightly to your temples. Elbows are open wide, just like your knees are open wide. As you exhale, peel the shoulders up and come on down as you inhale. Exhale up, inhale down. Elbows remain open wide and so do your knees. Lift and lower. Maybe now is the time to sigh it out. Breathe it out. Let it go. All right. Another one of our challenging practices is on Friday. That's when we combine Pilates and yoga and bar and weights. One of the things we do, let's do it here. We lift our shoulders up, we keep our elbows back, and we pulse. You do a lot of pulsing in the Friday class. So let's do a little bit here, just in eager anticipation of Friday's class. Breathe. Feel the tightness in the core. Pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. Oh, let's come on down. Bring your shoulders on down. Let's do bicycle next. Knees together. Now, here's what you can do. You can adjust your feet and keep the soles of your feet down. You can take a little twist here by bringing the fingers back to the temples. Exhale, lifting on up, and then work opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Maybe you prefer that today. Another option, I'm going to bring my shoulders down, lift my knees up, knees over my hips, shins parallel to the earth, and I'm going to draw my toes towards my shins. I'm going to ride a recumbent bike. You can keep your fingers at your temples or your arms down by your sides. Drive through your heels here. How does that feel? I'm going to put them both together by putting my fingers back at my temples, peeling my shoulders up, and bringing opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Driving one leg long and bending the other. There you go. There's your bicycle. Let's take it now to a stick pose. Send your legs long, arms high overhead. Always good to realign and come back to the center. Palms are touching, fingers reaching, toes pointing to the bottom of the mat. Lengthen up, big number one. Yes, you are, number one. All right, bend your knees. Take your hands now, bring them behind your hamstrings. Rock and roll up a couple times. Now, I always say, too, check with your doctor to see if this is okay for your bones. If you have osteoporosis or a diagnosis of osteopenia, you probably don't want to be rocking on your spine, but check with your doctor. All right, rock and roll a couple times, back and forth, because you can. Let's come on up when you're ready to a seated position. Now, seated, yes, but lean on back like you're in a recliner. Keep your hands behind your legs, lean on back, send your chest forward so your back is nice and straight. Lift one foot or the other and just play with finding your balance here. When you're ready, maybe lift both legs. Maybe straighten both legs, all big maybes, do what works. Maybe release a hand, then the other, that's a big step. Maybe reach up to the sky and hold. Perhaps a little bend back in your knees and your hands to prayer center. And row your boat. Dip one elbow toward the earth, then the other elbow toward the other side. So like you're rowing a boat with your legs lifted. All right, breathe in your rowboat pose. All right, let's finish here. Curl into a little ball. Position's called cosmic egg. Hug one knee in, hug the other knee in. Get your soles of your feet on your mat. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Whew, tight, tight little ball here. Breathe in, breathe out. Always gotta go together, right? All right, come up onto the balls of your feet. Come up onto your toes. Hug your knees in some more. And then try to find some balance here. Lean on back. Whew, back to that recliner, but in a tight little ball, finding balance. Circle your ankles one way, circle your ankles the other. All right, you know the saying, you have to be your strongest when you're feeling your weakest, right? You can't give up. Let's do a pose that encourages us to do just that. So how are your ankles? Move them about. You got it. Time to plant the feet and come out of this pose and come into crow pose. We haven't done that for a while. Let's take it in layers with blocks. Kind of makes it more fun. All right, just give it a go. All right, this is a slight inversion, so it feels good in the head. All right, so I'm gonna bring one block at its stable height to the top of my mat. The other block is gonna be about torso distance away from the first block. And I'm gonna come to stand on this back block. All right, stand on the first block and then bend your knees, send them wide to the sides of your mat and get nestled in here. All right, maybe this is where you stay. You're elevated slightly. The blocks can totally support you. They're nice and comfy. All right, so maybe that's where you stay today. Here's an option. Eyeball that block that's farther away. So you're gonna come forward and put your head on it. So adjust it. Maybe it needs to come closer, maybe it needs to go farther away. All right, hands come down, solid, strong, palms down on your mat. Palms are down, knees open wide. You wanna put your knees on your triceps, the back of your upper arm. Play with it a little bit here. Hinge forward a little bit or a lot. I'm gonna scoot my block forward a little bit more. Nobody's perfect. You don't get it right the first time. No big deal, just keep trying. All right, knees open wide. Hinge forward. Shoot to put your head on that top block. Hold it right here. Good job. Maybe lift one foot or the other or both and hold it. You're strong. Stay strong. Breathe. Believe you can do it. You can do it. Not too bad. Give it a go. And when you're ready, finish up. Come on down to your feet. That was your crow pose. I hope you found it a little fun. And not only is it fun, but an inversion is good for your mind. Okay, maybe a drink of water, and then we'll go into our lunges. All right, how are you doing? You can do it. Yes, you can. Let's do it. All right, let's go. Not a perfect water bottle for this. Okay, so your lunges. Let's come back to a high plank. So send your legs back, high plank. Hold it here for a second or two. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. And when you're ready, send your hips high to a down dog. Pedal your feet a little bit, get comfortable here. Let's send the right leg high up, kick it up to the sky. Sweep it through to your low lunge. Bring the right foot in between the two front hands and rise on up to standing. Here's a difference though from what we did in that Warrior Two pose. All 10 toes are toward the top of your mat. Put a bend into both knees, working that back knee toward the earth. Now you don't have to bring it too low. You decide where you want it to go. Right thigh a little more parallel to the earth. Knee over ankle. Now, you can have a chair nearby. You can say, I'm coming down all the way to that knee. Totally fine. Lift your arms up to the sky. Take a baby back bend. Arms back up to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Lengthen up, readjust here. You got this. Now we're going to bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So you're going to bring your chest forward, left elbow outside of the right knee. Hands, stack them on top of each other. Elbows are stacked too. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, and try to look at your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Maybe try to look at your elbow. If you're down on your knee, you can probably get into the twist a little deeper. If you're up on your back knee, you're challenging your balance a little bit more. So what's it going to be today? You decide. Look over your right shoulder and finish. Hands to prayer center. Hands plant on the mat. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of the mat. Bring your back foot, the left foot, the top of it onto your mat. Send your left leg long and strong to the back of the mat. Here's your runner's lunge. Maybe wiggle your right toes further up toward the top of the mat. Maybe have a block nearby. Here's where we're going to begin. We've already begun, right? Here's where we can take it. Open up the right foot onto the pinky edge side if you like that. If you don't like it, keep the sole of the foot down. Hands can go to the block or to the ground. Forearms can come to the block or to the ground. You decide what you like. Hold it here. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's come out of it now. Press into your hands. So arms are straightened. Right leg goes back to meet the left. You can stay on your knees or you can send your right leg long and stay on your bottom left knee. Shoulder over your wrist so your arm is nice and straight and supported. Both legs can go long and you can have them side by side or glue your ankles together for the fullest expression of the pose. Look up to your right hand, press the earth away, lift your hips, and finish. Hand comes down. You come back to a down dog. Pedal through your feet. Breathe. You can stay here and pedal. You can go back to a child's pose. You decide. You're going to take the other side. Left leg kicks high to the sky. Left leg comes forward between the two front hands. Rise on up to standing. Shoulders over hips, maybe a chair nearby. Bend your knees to the depth that feels right today. Lengthen through the arms. Take a baby back bend. Inhale, back to the starting position. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands are stacked, elbows stacked, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist as you look to the left. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands back to prayer center. Come down to that bottom back knee if you're not already there. Hands down to your mat. Top of your right foot on your mat. Wiggle the left toes to the top left corner of your mat as best you can, right? We do a runner's lunge other days of the week, or a lunge other days of the week to prepare you for this. So nice and stretching out the hip flexors. Really a big pose, really a good pose. All right, introduce that block if you want. Come on to the pinky toe side of the left foot. Maybe drop down to your block or your half size block. We've talked about those, or no block at all. Drop down and let's come out of it. Press into your arms, nice and straight, hands are strong. Left foot goes back to meet the right, and let's do a side plank here. Right arm is your foundation. Shoulder over the wrist, good and strong. Stay on that bottom right knee if you want. Stay on both knees and just open up that left hip if that feels good. Fullest expression is to send the legs long, send the left arm up to the sky, look up to the sky and breathe. Take a deep breath in and lift your hips a little higher, look a little higher and finish. Hand comes down, downward facing dog. Pedal, 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 shake your neck. Whew. All right, how are you doing? Let's go into Apasarita Padahastasana pose. So walk your feet up to meet your hands. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, bend in the knees. Inhale, arms sweep up. Come to a big letter X. So spread your feet wide, arms nice and wide, big capital letter X. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out, sigh it out. Turn your hands so your palms are face down. With your palms face down, widen your stance a little bit more. All right, feet are pinky edge toes are towards the short sides of your mat. Lengthen up through your chest, fingers are reaching long and strong. When you're ready, fold forward. When you get to that flat back coffee table position, take your hands and bring them behind your calves. Hold on to your calves tightly. Hug the elbows in. You did crow pose. You did a bunch of chaturangas, high planks, low planks. Your arms are strong. Hug them in tightly. Look between your legs. Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Take the fold a little more. When you're ready, rise on back up to that flat back. Hands go back to an extended arm position. Lengthen on up. Come back into that letter X shape. Wiggle your hips. You got it. Palms touch overhead. Try to bring one foot to meet the other foot in one smooth movement. Ready? Let's go. Foot meets other foot. Let's do some balancing poses. Let's start with tree pose. Are you ready? Your tree. Stand near a wall. Stand near your chair. It's all good. When you brush your teeth, take a tree pose. When you're washing your dishes, take a tree pose. Here's the deal. So what you want to do is root into one foot, open up the other foot to the side of the room. Get up on that Barbie doll foot. Hold it there. Maybe the heel of that bent leg comes into the ankle of the left of the standing firm leg. Maybe you lift it up a little higher or higher still. The only thing is, don't put that foot onto the knee. And if you fall out, no big deal. Everybody falls out. Find your balance, regain your composure, and let's get back into it. Now here's the really important part. Focus. Look to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Root into that strong leg. Your legs are strong. Hips are both same, equidistant to the front of your room. The knee that's bent, drive it more to the back of the room. Push your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. Hands to prayer center would be the next step. Growing a branch or the other branch, extending the arms, and swaying them is another layer. Maybe even wiggle your fingers. Focus upward. Look at something that's not moving. Look high up toward the ceiling, where the ceiling and the wall meet. Breathe. Maybe challenge yourself by trying to close your eyes a little bit or a lot. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee of the bent leg back to the front of the room and then plant it on the earth. Same thing, other side. Let's be strong and solid and rooted in the opposite leg. Bend the other leg and open it up. Stay right here if this is what you want. Here's a challenge one day. Take the poses to 10%. No more,
no less. See if you can do that. See, you want to push. Everybody always wants to push to 110%. Not always necessary. Maybe stay right where you are. Maybe that's what you need today. I'm going to lift the foot a little higher, your choice. Higher still if you want. Remember, skip over the knee though. Foot into the leg, leg into the foot. Hands to prayer center. Maybe a branch grows. Maybe not too big. Maybe the other branch grows. Maybe you sway them a little bit. But the big thing is, it really helps. Look up. Focus. You're strong. Lengthen through the crown of your head. If you fall out, don't quit. Get right back in. End on a positive note. Pushing the foot into the leg. Leg back into the foot. Maybe the eyes close a little bit. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Left foot meets right on the mat. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Maybe close the eyes for a moment and just readjust here. Everything's back to the midline. Tell yourself that positive mantra. You got it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now it's time for Eagle Pose, Garandasana. To do that, lift your arms up high to the sky. Put a bend in your knees, or maybe you sit back in that chair, totally fine. I'm gonna take my right arm and sweep it under my left. Maybe hug the shoulders. Maybe crisscross the arms and hold hands on opposite shoulders. Whatever works for you. So, when you're ready, maybe you've crossed the arms and you take the hands. Palms meet, elbows squeeze down, look over your fingers, sink lower. I'm gonna add in the bottom half of my body by taking the right leg and crossing it over the left. Taking the top of the right foot and hooking it behind the left calf. Squeezing everything tightly and squeezing down. If you fall out, no big deal. Get right back in. Sink low and squeeze. And then finish. Right foot meets left. Arms unfold like a bird, lift up, extended mountain. Let's do the other side. Bend in the knees, lengthen through the arms, or take the arm variation that speaks to you today. I'm going to sweep the left arm under the right this time. Palms touch, elbows squeeze down, look over the fingers. Right foot is my foundation. Left leg lifts a little or a lot. Cross the legs, top of the left foot behind the right calf. Shoulders back over the hips a little bit more. Squeeze down. And then finish. Foot meets foot. Arms go up. Extended mountain. We're not leaving here. We're going to go right to dancer. So keep the arms lifted. This will get your heart rate going a little bit. Start to sweep the right arm to the back of the room. Lengthen up through the left arm. Just keep this movement going. Nice big movement in the shoulders. You can stay right here. If you're in your chair, just stay right here. Keep moving the arms. I'm going to root into my left foot, take the weight out of my right, and on one of those sweep backs of my arm, my right arm, I'm going to capture the inside with all 5 fingers, the inside of my right foot. I'm going to draw my knees back together, lengthen up through my left fingers, and then kick into my right hand. Counterbalance in the body, the left arm comes forward, right leg is kicking hard into the right hand. I'm going to kick to the back wall, then kick up to the sky. Finish, feet meet, both arms go back up to your extended mountain. Take your left arm, sweep it around and around and around. Maybe that's where you stay. I'm going to root into the right foot, take the weight out of the left. On one of those sweep backs, I'm going to capture the inside of my left foot with all 5 fingers, draw my knees back together, lengthen up through my right fingers, kicking into my left hand, hinging forward, reaching forward with the right arm. Breathe, kick back, kick up, keep your balance, you got it. Finish, left foot meets right, both arms go back up to the sky for your extended mountain. Nice job, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge forward, hands to prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is long. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, walk them forward, Chaturanga Dandasana. If you want, you don't have to, but here we go. Maybe stay in your down dog. Maybe take it on your knees. I'm gonna go high plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon, Ekapada Rajakapotasana. Right knee behind the right wrist. Left leg long on your mat. You can use a block here. I'll show you how in just a second. Left hand captures your right foot and work your shin perhaps a little more forward. So the shin is a little more parallel to the top of your mat. You could slip a towel under your back left knee. A block could go under your right glutes. That will keep your feet or keep your glutes equal distant to your mat. You can stay right here. You can walk your hands down, come down to your forearms, maybe let your hands rest on top of each other and rest your head on your hands. As you inhale, take a big inhale, and as you exhale, soften in your shoulders. As you inhale, big inhale, and a big exhale out your mouth, sending the breath to your hips. Let it go. This is your half pigeon pose. We'll do this longer on our restorative day where we hold it for 5 minutes. Ooh, that's a long time, but it really starts to feel good in the hips. Today, let's come out of it. Come back to straightening your arms, press into your hands. Remove the block, but don't let it go too far. Bring it to the other side. Tuck your back, left toes under. Extend your right leg high and shake it out in a 3-legged down dog. Get that mobility in the hips. Let it feel good. Come back to your down dog. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, left knee, left wrist. Same thing, other side. Send your right leg super duper long, top of the right foot on your mat. Take your right hand. Move your left shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. Settle on down, take your block, place it under your left glutes. Lift, breathe, slowly come on down to your forearms, to crossed hands. Rest your head, soften the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen your spine, you got it. Exhale, softness and breath go to your hips. Sigh it out, you got it. Be at peace, my friend. Peace, that was our word yesterday. Exhale the anxiety and breathe in peace. As you're ready, press into your arms, straighten them up. Move that block out of the way, tuck your right toes under, send your left leg high, shake it out. 3-legged downward facing dog. As you're ready, come back to a down dog. Pedal your heels, take that dog for a walk. When you're ready, still the feet, bend your knees, hover the knees like a bear plank above the mat. Hold it, push into the earth, come down to your knees. Walk your hands forward and come on down to your bellies. Nice and slow, here, you're on your belly, bring your hands under your collarbones. Zip your legs up, big toes touching. Push the tops of your feet into your mat. Kind of hard to do, they want to pop up, but try the best you can. Elbows hugged in, cobra pose. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. On an inhale, rise on up in the chest. Keep your toes pressed in, push into the earth, lift a little higher in the front upper portion of your body. Maybe come to your fingertips, maybe no hands at all. Lift a little higher and then finish, come down. Arms go down by your sides with your palms up, down by your hips. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat. Let it go, breathe. Bring your head back to the midline of your body. Your neck got a nice little twist there. Now let's do floor bow, Dhanurasana. Bend your knees. Take your left hand, reach behind your left ankle. Take your right hand, reach the outside of your right ankle. Draw your feet together at the midline. Draw your heels towards your bottom. Kick into your hands like you did in Dancer. And lift out of your chest, lift out of your hips. Maybe bring your thighs up off of your mat. Gaze down your nose. You got it. Finish. Come down. Let's do the neck again. Arms are down by your side. Turn your head to the right or to the left this time so your right cheek is on your mat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You got it. Chin back to the center. Hands back to that under the collarbones position. Press into your hands. Seal pose. Soften in your glutes. Straighten the arms. Come on up. Let's do a gentle camel today. Knees under your hips. Hips under your shoulders. Hands to your low back. Squeeze your elbows to the back of the room. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe look overhead. Maybe look to the back of your room. Hold it right here and then finish. Shoulders over your hips. Come on down to a seated position. Legs go long. Put your eye shade in your towel up near your shoulders. Legs long, toes up, arms lengthened. Exhale, reach forward with parallel arms. Oh, feel the goodness in your low back. Maybe reach for your toes, your ankles, whatever you can reach. Hug the elbows in. Gaze down towards your knees now. A restorative forward fold. It helps
to say, I'm going to draw my navel toward my spine. Then you can fold a little bit more. Come on up, shoulders over your hips. Make your way on down with your straight legs to your back. Remember, come down slowly. Come down slowly. You are in control. Hands wherever you like, but just bring it on down good and slow. All right, come on down. Once you're down, shoulders are down, bend your knees. Time for a bridge pose, arms down by your sides. Press into your mat. Press your feet into your mat and lift your hips up. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine and feel like you're lifting your heart up. Push, push into your feet. Lift your hips even higher. Soften in your glutes. Breathe. Roll your spine down one vertebra at a time. When you're ready, send your left leg long, hug your right knee in. Circle the right ankle to the left, to the right. Draw your left toes towards your shins so you can feel your left calf on the mat. Take a supine twist. Left hand guides the right knee across the midline of your body. Tee out your right arm, look to the right. Now come back, right hip down. Hug the right knee in even more. Send the right leg long on your mat. Right toes towards your shins so the calf stays down. Leg is long. Left leg bends, draws up towards your chest. Maybe you use a towel to capture under the knee. Maybe you just barely reach your knee. That's okay. That's a good place to be today. Hug the left knee in with interlaced fingers if you can, if you want. Shoulders are down. Circle the ankle this way and that. Right hand touches the left knee and crosses the midline of the body. Left arm tees out and you look to the left. Gaze back up to the sky. Left hip comes down. Left knee hugs in, good and tight. Both legs go long on your mat. Let's come into your final Shavasana pose. Eye shade, towel covers the eyes. Legs spread a little bit so your heels are kind of toward the edges of your mat, whatever feels comfy, cozy for you today. And then let your pinky toes fall toward the edges of the mat. Arms down by your sides, shoulders away from the ears, palms face up. Soften in the eyebrows and exhale. Soften the jaws as well. Remember your mantra, come back to it. Now's the time to hit the pause button on your remote so you can stay in your final Shavasana pose as long as you like. Remember to breathe deeply. Remember to keep the thoughts at bay. Just enjoy your little safe space on your mat just for a little bit longer. It's good for your head. If you're ready to conclude the practice, you would replay the video, take a deep breath in, and a big sighing breath out as you let it all go. Exhale all the troubles. All right, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, circle your wrists, circle your ankles, stretch and reach high overhead. Point your toes to the bottom of the mat. Stretch it out like it's the first stretch of your morning. Maybe even slip a yawn in. Ooh, that feels good. Stretch, breathe, bend your knees. Bring your elbows down, roll onto one hip or the other. Your arm, the low arm is bent and the bicep is a pillow for your head. Top shoulders relaxed, eyes are closed. Savor the breath here. Big breath in. Empowering breath for the rest of your day. And big breath out, reminding you to just let things go. As you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seated position. With your hands or without your hands, nobody's judging you. It's your yoga. Crisscross your legs, however is comfortable for you. Hands to prayer center, lengthen up through your spine. Have a moment of gratitude. Come back to that positive comment about yourself. Come back to just your core, your heart, your soul. Deep breath in. Sigh it out, let it go. Blink your eyes open. Congratulations, you did it. You did a 1 hour yoga practice. Stress number was, now stress number is. What's the difference? It works. It's really, really good. Sometimes things that seem impossible feel impossible until they're done, and you did it. You did it. And you only fail when you stop trying, right? You know that. You only fail when you stop trying. So be consistent, be persistent.
You got this. See you on your mats tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody. Love you. Bye. Hey, hi, how are you? See ya. Hey, Bonnie, you're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.